Hey, everybody. Just fixing stuff. So we're going to have two tournaments today. Uh, I have exciting news, although it's not 100%. So don't get too excited. I would say it's 85%. 2115. Let's see, paste. Okay. Okay, first tournament starts in 12 minutes. It's a 6 round, 5 minute tournament. No, we're not going to put bookshelves there. We're going to put something, whatever Karen wants to put there. Although Mark already knows what the news is. So. Sorry I started late. I normally when I restream, I don't do anything. But occasionally it says I have to sign in. And I typed in my email address and I had to try 5 passwords that were wrong, then the 6th password was right. I forgot the password because I never type in the password. Karen and I have passwords we use. This was the 6th one I thought of. So that cost me like 5 minutes. Otherwise, I would have been here 5 minutes earlier. Okay, so I have to click live. And let it spin a lot. You gained 100 ELO points. You went from 103 to 203. Well, the thing is, you guys, most of you are going to get overexcited. I said it's not 100%, so don't get overexcited. Some of you are going to be mad at me. Sorry. Also, if you don't know who George Wendt is, you're banned. Although, I'm guessing more than half of you don't know who he is, because he was very famous 30 years ago. And he's not famous anymore. He's an actor. He was on a big hit TV show that I watched called Cheers, which in the 80s and 90s was one of the biggest TV shows. Had a good cast, and he played Norm. He's better known as Norm than his actual name. So he'd walk into Cheers, everybody would say Norm. That's what he was known for. It's actually on a Seinfeld episode where Jerry Seinfeld is on the Tonight Show, and in the back, George is like, walking around because he went with Jerry to LA. And George meets Corbin Burnson and George Wendt backstage, and he gives them both his crazy ideas for their TV show, LA Law and Cheers. Then George Wendt is being interviewed by whoever it was, Jay Leno maybe, I don't know. And he's like, I met this crazy guy backstage. He was on the Tonight Show once in real life, and this is over 30 years ago, and he foot wrestled or leg wrestled. So you know how you arm wrestle? They were laying on the ground and pulled their pants up, and they were like, each had a foot, and they were like foot wrestling. I'd never seen that. Now, again, I think the chances of this happening are between 80 and 85%. And in a week or two, I'll be 100% or 0%. So I'll know for sure at some point. It's very exciting for me. And some of you are going to be mad at me. And most of you will just be excited. So it seems very likely that at the end of July, at the beginning of August, for a week, I think it's July 27th to August 2nd, I think. Might be July 26th. I'm going to go to Saudi Arabia and be a commentator on the esports world championship, which is taking place there for a month. And I'm going to be a commentator for the chess part. And I wasn't hired by chess.com. If I am hired, it'll be by the local organizers who do the esports. I'm not sure how they picked me. I wouldn't pick me. I mean, I'm going to be good, but, you know, they could have world-class players and more famous commentators than me. But they made a good choice. I'll be good. And players in the tournament are all the best players in the world. Thus far, 3 players have qualified: Carlsen, Naka, and Nepo. And then 13 more players will join them over the next 2 or 3 weeks. They're going to have qualification events and so forth. I don't know who my co-commentator is, or if I have a team, or if it's just me, or if they change their mind and decide not to hire me, which is why it's not 100%. But I think they're going to hire me. I mean, they asked me and told me stuff, so they would have to back out and say we changed our mind, which is obviously possible, but it's unlikely. Obviously, I've never been to Saudi Arabia, frankly. And some people don't like Saudi Arabia because of their, some of the things the government says. But you could say that about any country. If I didn't live in the U.S. And I wasn't born in the U.S., I probably wouldn't go to the U.S. There's a lot of crime, and Trump is the president, and the whole government is ridiculous. So basically any country you go to, you could complain about their government. But since they're having the esports world championship and they're including the best chess players in the world, and they're all going to be there, seems like a good idea to go. I looked into flights. Man, it takes a long time to get there. There's no direct flight from Atlanta to Riyadh. The cheapest flight I found was to fly to Amsterdam and then fly Amsterdam to Riyadh. There's also flights that fly to Doha and then Doha to... And Doha to Riyadh is a very short flight compared to the rest of it. Anyway, I'm excited. I think Saudi Arabia and the U.S. have good relations now because of Trump. I've been to the UAE twice. I really like Dubai. And also, the internet says Saudi Arabia recently has become pretty good for vegans. Vegan restaurants are popping up, and it said young people and women are becoming vegans because it goes well with Islam. Islam is against hurting animals, so a lot of the people are becoming vegans like me. So I like that. I was worried that Saudi Arabia wouldn't be good for vegans, but internet says it's pretty good. Okay, so we're having a tournament that starts in 3 minutes, and we have almost no people in the tournament. So type !join and join the tournament. It's a 5-minute tournament, 6 rounds. Starts in 3 minutes. I don't know who the co-commentator would be. It'd be great if it was Yasser. Yasser was born in Syria, so he's got Middle East connections. Okay, tournament has 6 players. It starts in 2 minutes. Hoping to get at least 20 before it starts. So if you're on Twitch, type !join. I'm guessing in a week or two, I'll know 100% whether I'm going or not. Maybe before that. When it's 100%, I'll talk about it again. Yeah, Nightbot Chess, you have to subscribe so you don't see commercials. Anyway, if you go to the internets, type in 2025 esports championship, you'll see article with all the sports they have that they're doing at the esports, and there's an article for each sport. They talk about chess a lot. They probably talk about the other ones more. It's $150 million US, the prize fund for all of the esports. The chess part of it has a $1.5 million prize fund. Okay, type !join on Twitch and then join the tournament, which starts in 30 seconds. No, it's rated. All the tournaments are rated. Every time I join, I play people who are better than me. Yeah, George Wendt is the cheers guy. He's Norm. Okay, tournament starts in 10 seconds. You can be any rating and play in the tournament. And you can join late. Anyway, if I end up going, which I hope, that's a lot of traveling for me because I'm going to Las Vegas from June 3rd to June 9th for the National Open. Then June 19th to July 3rd, I'll be in Vegas for the World Series of Poker with Karen. Then July 27th or 26th to August 2nd or 3rd, I'll be in Riyadh for the esports. I'll rack up those frequent flyer miles. I work at a restaurant at the Luxor. No, we're staying at the Flamingo. Well, I am, because that's where the National Open is. Then the World Series of Poker is at Harrah's in not Harrah's. Jesus Christ. Is at Paris and Horseshoe. We're staying at the Horseshoe. A year or two ago, we went to a nice restaurant in Bellagio called Harvest because they have a secret illegal vegan menu. And the guy who sat us said, "Are you Ben Feingold?" And he said he watches the stream. Okay, we need dozens and dozens of subs because we're getting broke over here. Slaughter Street 59 is banned for his indolence and his insolence. For both reasons. I don't beg for subs, I insist on them. If you're not going to sub or give subs, then get out. And you're banned. I mean, you shouldn't ban somebody who's a sub. You should time them out. Can you impersonate Dave Mustaine? I've never heard of that person, whether they're fictional or not. Yeah, I would unban Slaughter Street because he just misspoke. Didn't realize what stream he was on. He was too brazen. No, I've never heard of that person. If they exist. I used to be able to outplay 1300s, but that was 20 years ago. Now I just hope to win on time. I talked to my friend Aviv Friedman yesterday, and he said, and he's Israeli, although he has dual citizenship. He's lived in New Jersey for 35 years. He said he would go to Saudi Arabia. He said Saudi Arabia is fine. He was worried when he went to the UAE with me because his passport says born in Israel. But they were nice to him. So, we're foreign dignitaries. We're not just tourists. Any OTB plans? No. Never play F3. Yeah, Saudi Arabia lately seems to really like chess. They have big tournaments there, sponsors from there. They have big sponsors sponsoring the esports. They seem to be and I have some viewers from Saudi Arabia on YouTube and Twitch. I hope I meet somebody in Saudi Arabia who's like been to the stream or played me. That would be cool. Also, what's his name plays in Saudi Arabia? Uh, Ronaldo or Messi, one of them. Same thing. Why no take rook on e1? I don't know. I didn't want to. This rook's no good. My pieces are good. Basically, because I'm better at chess than you are. You guys always take things when there's better moves. And then when you should take things, you don't see it. So basically, all the moves you guys suggest are wrong. Yeah, the New York Times obit on Hort was great. Usually, if I don't like fork my opponent or take a piece, it's because I missed it. I was busy talking about Ronaldo. Is it plausible? I mean, a CM is like an advanced beginner, so I guess so. I mean, you should be a CM like your first tournament. Ooh, no queens on the board. It means I won't hang my queen. Yeah, CM didn't exist when I was a kid. There was no such title. You need norms to be a CM? Oh my God. That's the worst thing I've ever heard. You should get CM norms like if you play badly. Always sack the exchange. Man, I can't believe you need norms to be a CM. I hope that's wrong. CM just means that you're alive. There shouldn't be any norms. I was trying to insult 100% of you, but I messed up. Anyway, I hope I'm invited because I really looking forward to going. I was reticent when they invited me. Also, I didn't know if it was real. I had to check with my people to see if the people inviting me were the actual people. It could have been like they're tricking me or something. But those are the real people. When you get invited to go halfway across the world, you got to make sure it's legit. Otherwise, bad things could happen. But it's legit. It's too legit to quit. No, Karen wouldn't go. I'll be there for a week. There's only like 4 days of chess, but there's 2 press days and there's getting there and leaving. Then you leave on one day and you get there the next day. There's big time. I think it's 7-hour time difference. And it's like 1,000 hours of flights. Thoughts on sports washing? I don't know what that is. You guys keep asking me questions. I don't know what you're talking about. Remember, I'm not a 20-year-old streamer. I'm 55. So the lingo you guys use, I don't know what you're talking about. Moving on up to the king's side. Well, I can just take this. I never would have thought of that. Anyway, one of my favorite places was the UAE. I really like Dubai. The weather's always 80 in Dubai. Hey, he's trying to trick me. But tricks are for kids. Stop the game because it's too exciting. Oh my god, I didn't see that. Good thing I have here. Which mate do I play? This seems cuter. Anyway, a lot of people in the chat know about other games I don't know about. So you can watch the esports from Saudi Arabia like all month. Like basically everything that's on the internet that people stream is going to be at the tournament there. Chess is just one of like 50 things. See if the Braves lost. They were down by 2. I stopped watching. Yep, nothing changed. 5-3. Terrible. Okay, this is round 3 of 6. We got 18 players in the tournament. I've never lost to a low-rated player since becoming a GM. That would be sacrilege. Correct answer is I lost to a 1700 in like 2010 or 11. That's the actual answer. Does anybody like Moist Critical? What's to like? Yeah, I play poker as well. I play cash games. She plays tournaments. I played poker before Karen was born, and she's older than me. But it's still true. What's happening? My phone disconnect? Karen would know about studying poker. I thought if I played Queen G3, he would play Knight E3. I thought this was better. Caffeinated Bryce subscribed. Yeah, I play Bishop takes E3, he plays F takes E3. I didn't see what to do there. I'm sure it's winning. I just thought this was easier. I thought about Queen G3, but I thought this was stronger. Let's see what the engine says. Which one's stronger? Uh, Bishop takes G2 is made in 7. So Bishop takes G2 is the best move. Queen G3 is +6. And then I just win because I'm a queen up. But Bishop G2 is actually forced mate. Archer and I saw a movie today, The Amateur. We gave it like a B minus. Wasn't that good? Have you seen any Tarkovsky movies? Yes. The Stalker, which is subtitled The Zone. Frankly, terrible. I saw that movie before you were born. What's a B minus out of 10? Like 7.5. What is the premise of The Amateur? Uh, if you've seen 3 Days of the Concord, of the Condor, it's the same movie. They just changed it a little so you wouldn't notice. Because 3 Days of the Condor was made in the early 70s or mid 70s. So nobody would know it's the same movie except me because I'm old. Like, people are killed by rogue CIA agents, then a guy who isn't a field person, he's like a computer guy, he decides to get revenge for them killing his wife. Similar to 3 Days of the Condor when they kill this whole guy's team and he reads books, but somehow he can kill the bad guys and they can't kill him, even though he's nobody. Did somebody just ban him already? There you go. Good job. And make sure you ban his children and his children's children. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I'd like to be. You can fly higher than an eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings. Go Knitsworth. Must be a poker player with a name like that. Let's see. Sack all my pieces. Get a couple of checks. Or just take the knight. Oh, give me the knight. Ben, you see a clip of you was one of the top posts today on r/chess. What's r/chess? Is that Reddit? Hey, Joe Mama. No, I don't look at Reddit unless somebody gives me a link, and then I still don't. What was the clip? Ever been to SF? I guess that means San Francisco. Yes. I've lectured at the Mechanics Institute before you were born. Although, I think it was like 2011 or 10. It was an older clip of you. People on Reddit were being rude. I don't believe that. Very reasonable people on Reddit. What you should do to improve? Play better. Go Paul Morphy. Karen's my favorite player. Ain't that tough enough? Do-do-do-do-do. Mm-hmm. Will I play better if I play less bad? Probably. Can't play worse. Don't worry what floor mat. When you're 2,000, you'll still be hanging all your pieces. So you have that to look forward to. The openings you play don't affect your rating when you're under 2,000. Just play what you like. Play a lot of chess. Don't blunder your pieces so much. Let's see. Karen's currently playing poker with the 2023 World Series of Poker champ, Dan Weinman, and his wife, Sarah. Serious money? No. Always sack the exchange. Darn. It's past my bedtime. Yay, 50 cent to dues. Thank you. My biggest donation today. Okay, that was the penultimate round. Lots of withdrawals. Oh, somebody challenged me. I was like, where'd that noise come from? Thought I was hearing things. Shallow Chartreuse subscribed. Good, good. 45-month streak. Also good. Even better. I wonder why Bonarici. Oh, Bonarici was here. He said he was surfing all day, so he couldn't play chess. I already forgot that. Then I remembered it all of a sudden. $1,500 chess com rating? I mean, that's like, pre-beginner, I guess. I said 1,500 is the best. Hello. People arguing on the internet. I never heard of such a thing. The important thing is they're arguing about nothing. I didn't call a beginner, I said pre-beginner. I mean, this next round's taking a long time to start. Yeah, I don't know my favorite Simpsons episode. I have 5 out of 5 and I'm playing a 400? God damn. Some 400s are tough. I've lost to 100 rated players. They're too tough. Yeah, I'll probably have surgery on the other eye in a couple of years. I forgot what the surgery was called. See, there's LASIK. It's not that. What's it called? The surgery I had. I can't remember the name. I always think LASIK, which is the other one. Yeah, cataract. That's it. Thank you. Yeah, I go to the eye doctor tomorrow to check up on my eye, which they already did 2 weeks ago. I guess they want to keep checking up on it. No, they didn't correct the vision because that would have cost like $2,800 more. So I didn't do that. Also, it doesn't make a lot of sense to do the correction when you're only doing one eye. I'd have to change the prescription on this lens and keep the one on this one. Like, you know, the point of fixing is that you don't need glasses anymore, but I would still need glasses because I still need prescription for my left eye. So if I had both eyes done, then I could get the correction. Then I wouldn't need glasses. That would cost $5,600 out of pocket. So I'm not doing that. Surgery went well. I didn't feel anything. Didn't seem like anything happened. It was a long time ago, my surgery. 2 weeks ago. At least. 3 weeks ago, maybe. Did they give you Valium? No. Clarity and color is good. You know, it's fine. It's better than it was. There's no cataract there anymore. Ugh. So when the tournament's over and the thing pops up, then I'll start a 3 minute tournament. Then the stream will end. Hooray! I can go to sleep. Wake up in the morning, go to the eye doctor. See, who am I going to raid later? Karen's not watching anybody who's doing chess. Yay, I won. Go Ben. Congrats to the silver and bronze medal finishers. Not so harmless after all. Okay, next tournament starts in 15 minutes. It's a 3-minute tournament, 5 rounds. $13 till the next tournament. Type exclam join or click on the links that I just made in the chat. Hi, everybody on YouTube. Go YouTube. The good thing about being 650 chess.com is you're going to make a lot of illegal moves, but the computer won't let you. If you're playing in real life, you make illegal moves, the director's called, and your opponent wins on forfeit in a blitz game. But online, 650s probably make half their moves illegal, and then it takes it back, and they're like, oh, how does the knight move? What's that piece called? It doesn't matter. Nobody knows. I've called people out. Like, one guy wasn't moving against me a couple of years ago, and I said he probably doesn't know he's in check. He's probably making illegal move after illegal move. Then later, he said, yeah, that's what happened. But he was 4-digit rating. That's one advantage of playing online is you can make as many illegal moves as you want. Nobody knows. I mean, you know, but just don't tell yourself. Okay, type exclam join in Twitch to get the links to join. It's a 3-minute tournament, 5 rounds. Starts in 11 minutes. There's 7 players so far. Unfortunately, when I make illegal moves, My opponent doesn't know, but you guys know because you can see me like make moves and stuff. If anybody is playing in the Chicago Open this weekend, good luck. I have a couple students who are playing there. And I have a couple students who are playing in the National Open. See what's going on in the NBA. I typed NBA by accident. 2 point game. Okay, tournament starts in 8 minutes. There's 9 players so far. It's a 3 minute tournament, 5 rounds. And if you want to join the tournament on Twitch, type !join and then do what it says. Go Mepex. In Carolina, too. Yeah, the ! join command only works on Twitch. Spencer doesn't live in Georgia anymore, and we don't have any contact. So if you want to see if Spencer streams, then try to find him on Twitch. I don't think he streams anymore, but I could be wrong. Yeah, he was definitely streaming 4 years ago. Got 13 players so far. Tournament starts in 5.5 minutes. I like these quiet streams. Base Soto subscribed. Thanks for supporting the stream. Very based. I like the way that Kristi Noem was testifying before Congress, and they asked her, what's the legal term? The Latin term. Total Monkey Speed subscribed. Thank you. Habeas corpus. And I said it right before MEPEC said it. And then they said, do you know what that is? She should have just said no. That would have been funny. Nobody has a sense of humor in politics. Just say no. But instead, she gave the wrong answer. Wasn't Kristi Noem the governor? Yeah, Kristi Noem should have said, do you know what habeas corpus is? She should have said, what are you, speaking in tongues? She's making words up now. She could have said it was a suburb of Corpus Christi. Lots of good answers. Okay, a tournament starts in less than 2 minutes. If you'd like to play, type !join in the Twitch chat. Do what it says. I was watching baseball tonight. Then I had to stream. Go hype train. Hype train incoming. Tournament starts in less than a minute. 17 players thus far. Okay, tournament spot start. Good luck, everybody. Yeah, the final position makes the game look sort of one-sided. All right, we got 18 players. That's pretty good. You could still enter, type exclam join in the Twitch chat and do what it says. I mean, I haven't done Puzzle Rush in forever. If you guys want lessons, then see my good friend Aviv Friedman. I put his information in the chat. Yeah, we're always on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. A Gentile one subscribed. Good, good. Thanks for supporting the stream. That was fun sacking all my pieces the whole game. Ugh. Okay, there's 2 rounds left. I haven't played D4 today, have I? Used to play D4. Funky Monk 50 subscribed. Thank you. Go Funky Monk. Yeah, Julia Shetty's higher rated than me. Excuse me. A 1900 blundered mate in one. Shocking. Thank you. I sneeze a lot lately. I guess I can watch the end of the game. Oh, the Thunder have taken a commanding lead. They're going to have a cross sport match after the season's over. Tampa Bay Lightning are going to play the Oklahoma City Thunder. What do you think of the Hikaru glazing? I don't know what that means. Misspelled soap, misspelled perfume. Spelled laundry correctly. Actually Googled if the Lightning and OKC were actually playing. Or almost Googled, I mean. Well, if you actually looked it up, you better knock, knock, knock on wood. It's like thunder, lightning. The way you love me is frightening. Okay, last round. Go Amy Stewart. You haven't heard Knock on Wood by Amy Stewart? You're not in your 50s or 60s like me? And nobody cheated against me today. All right, congrats to the silver and bronze medal. Thanks for supporting the stream, everybody, and playing in the tournaments. I'll see you guys Friday. And tomorrow night, we're having a lecture, as per usual, on Zoom. And Karen's going to stream on Thursday. All right, see you guys. Thanks.